cram for jail. Anyways, I'm kind of scared for 6th period today because we have a quiz and it's US history and I'm like not good at memorizing stuff. But like I watched this video on the hand signals for the amendments and I think that's all we have to know. I don't know if we know anything else, but I know my amendments kind of. It goes like freedom of speech, religion, press, assembly, and then one's petition. I don't know which one. I get those mixed up. That's like just the first one though. And then I think I have to know like 10. And the thing is, like, I know the hand signs for all 10, but I don't know the names for all 10. But I feel like the hand signs will pretty much give me the answer. I don't really know if this is making sense, but that class makes me feel stupid because people in DKUSH were taking a 40-question quiz on that day, and I was learning hand signs for my amendments. Anyways, today we're actually dressing out for dance, so I'm excited to be a ballerina type shit because, like, yeah. I'm gonna be like that one girl from that ballerina movie where she like jumps over the stairs. Hopefully this class improves my TikTok dancing because like I deadass cannot TikTok dance, but I can regular dance. So I'm gonna ask the teacher for help with my TikTok dancing. Anyways, tardies count this week and I'm kind of sad because I had fun like getting to class late like every day last week, but now I have to actually like get my life together. I really do hate my new principal so much. Like, I feel like that just affected a lot of stuff this year. Like, last year, we had, like, the best principal ever. He was so cool. And he was just so friendly and nice. And this year, the new one only cares about dress code. Like, I feel like she doesn't even really care about getting to know other kids or anything. I mean, that's just, like, what I've judged based off her. I just don't really know anything else. Just because, like, every time I see her, she just seems like she's, like, in a mood or something. Hopefully I don't get called down to the office for making this. But I don't really care because I have freedom of speech. Apparently, like, my school told me you're not allowed to plead the fifth in school. Like, you get your amendment taken away, which doesn't make sense because I feel like you can't really have your amendments taken away, like, in general. So, literally, I'm gonna plead the fifth in school and no one's gonna be able to stop me. Like, a teacher's gonna ask me a question and I'm gonna be like, I plead the fifth. And she's not gonna be able to say anything about it because I'm gonna pull up the Constitution and tell her she can't take away my rights. But, like, apparently you can't plead the fifth. I don't know why. My history teacher was telling me that. I have no clue why. But that doesn't really make sense to me. And also, like, people are allowed to search your bag without a warrant, which I think is really weird, too. But, whatever. I had a pretty decent weekend. Like, it wasn't super fun, but it wasn't super boring. It was just, like, normal. Like, all I did was hang out with my boyfriend, I think, and my friends. So I'm not totally bummed to go back to school because usually after, like, the first weekend, I feel like I'm usually bummed. But, like, I feel like I just don't really care. Like, I feel like, alright, school. And I don't know if that's because I'm in all level classes and I have easy stuff this year. But, like, I really don't feel, like, stressed out about school at all right now. So I low-key lost track of time and my ride's gonna be here in, like, 10 minutes. So I need to hurry up and get my crap together. I also have to, like, re-straighten my hair because the clips and stuff. And I need to pack my lunch and all that. And, yeah. Hopefully she's running a little bit behind. I doubt she is, but we can only hope. Guys, my acne literally is so bad during school, and it's so annoying because I, like, don't know how to fix it. So I'm going to a dermatologist, I think, soon, because, like, it gets really bad during school. And I'm not trying to over-exaggerate everything. Like, it's a significant difference from summer to school. Like, I stepped in school on the first day of school, and I had, like, 4 new pimples on my face. Like, it's bad how bad my acne gets during school time. And it might be, like, due to stress or something. Or it might be from, like, me putting my hand on my face, like, while I'm leaning on my desk. Like, either way, it still gets really bad. I was gonna wear jeans today, but I chose to be comfortable. And I haven't worn a hoodie to school yet. So, I figured today was the day for that. Alright, guys. I'm done grooming. Hi, queens.
Hi guys, get ready with me for work. Okay, I need to brush my teeth. I'm leaving in like 15 minutes, so we're kind of in a rush because I still need to like eat breakfast and like pack my bag and everything. Okay, teeth are brushed, face is washed. I'm gonna try and do my skincare in 5 minutes. So normally I'm a lifeguard, but today I'm working the beach shop and I did this like twice last year and it's honestly a lot of fun. Because they just, like, need people, and I'm available, so it's, like, why not? I don't think I want to wear makeup, though, because, like, I don't know, that just feels gross. So, I'm just gonna do skincare. because it's like hot outside and I know it's like humid in the room where I'm doing this most of the time. So I feel like it's just better if I just do some skincare. I'm gonna try and work on college stuff today because I'm hoping I get Wi-Fi. There's like no Wi-Fi at the place I work. Like I try and do college stuff like every single day and it never loads, so I just give up. But it's like I don't have like any really days off the next 2 weeks because like everybody left for college, so they need people. And it's like I need to be doing stuff, so I don't know. Hoping it works. Okay, it's 9:50 and I wanted to leave at 10. So that means time to go. Okay, I'm ready. Bye guys. See you later.
This does not feel right. Get ready with me, except nothing I use can be a part of my normal everyday makeup routine. I have a lot of new things that I want to try that I'm also dropping. Starting off strong with this whipped glowy sunscreen. I've actually never even used the regular one before. I'm a little nervous. Oh, okay, wow. Okay, this feels so wrong. Ooh, it smells really good. I think I'd put too much though. There's no way all of this can go on my face. I don't know if I would ever do that again, but I have heard that this does make a really good primer for makeup. I guess we'll just have to put it to the test. I will say though, I am not mad at this glow. I believe this is a new product. This is the Merit, the Uniform Tinted Mineral Sunscreen SPF 45. Just put on a sunscreen, but I want to try both of these things, so we're just gonna double down, I guess. The coverage is very light, but it is doing a little more than I expected. I think it's doing a very good job at evening out my skin tone. So just now realizing that there's glitter all over my face from this fucking sunscreen. I'm gonna rate everything as we go. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10 for the face. I would love to use this on my body. This is gonna be an 8.5 out of 10 for me. I love the way this is looking. Next we have this super glue brow styling gel from Catrice Cosmetics. I just looked this up and it's actually $5. Really love the consistency of this. Like for a fluffy brow, this is actually a really good product. For $5. For concealer, we're gonna use the Huda Beauty Faux Filter. This has been out for a while, I believe. I've just never tried it before. I feel like that's a little too bright for me, but maybe for the under eye, it'll do some brightening. The coverage is tea. Definitely need to fix that color, so we're going in with the Milk Bronzing Stick. Also been out for a while. I've just never used it. It's pretty creamy. This is actually blending out beautifully. I love the blushes in this little stick form, so I'm not shocked that I also love this. Oh fuck, I forgot to rate the other thing. Concealer, I'm gonna give a 9 out of 10 because I think if I picked the right shade, I would really, really love it. The more I blend this bronzer, I'm obsessed with it. 10 out of 10. Brow gel, do 7.5. I've had better, but like for $5, you're really getting a steal. This is what I'm most excited to try. This is the new Rhode Pocket Blush in shade Tan Line that came out with their Lemontini collection. This is my #1 favorite blush of all time. This is Rhode's Sleepy Girl. She's very loved. Let's see if this shade can even compare to my favorite. I'm just gonna do 2 dots like normal. Wait, this is beautiful. I love this. Very comparable to the Sleepy Girl. I think it's just a tiny bit more sun-kissed than mauve. I really love that actually. Next we have the brand new setting powder from Say. I am very late to trying this, I know. I'm very excited. A forehead test. This is how you always know. I don't know what I expected, but I mean, this is really, really nice. To set my blush, I have this new iridescent pearly shade from Glint, which is a Korean makeup brand, I believe. That is gorgeous as a blush topper. For the eyes, I have the new Hourglass little eyeshadow quads. This is the Realist palette. I think I'm just gonna go in with the light brown shade all over my lids. I keep fucking forgetting to rate the stuff I'm using. These are both a 10 for me, and this is a 9. Okay, that is all the stuff that I have to try today. For never having used any of these, I think this makeup turned out pretty good. The only thing that I'm iffy about is this, although it did make a really good primer. But overall, this was a pretty fun challenge, and I have a lot of new additions to my routine now. Love you guys. Bye.
Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket. Taking this one to the grave.
Today I'm turning myself into this cool girl, cowgirl makeup look. Every time I see someone with this type of makeup, it actually stops me in my track. There's just something about it that I love. And I feel like it's very different from my typical look. A little bit of this iconic London underglow blurring primer. Focusing this mainly on the T-zone. A little clear Anastasia brow gel for the brows. Just gonna lightly flick them upwards. I want some nice fluffy brows. Skin, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Skin Ink. Like a foundation and concealer in one. They say to apply it in sections, so that's what I'm gonna do. Stuff will stay on forever, and I feel like cowgirls are in the heat. It's kind of like the perfect product for them. It's like sweat proof, waterproof, all the things. And I've been meaning to actually try it out more, so this is the perfect opportunity. I'm in the shade 130 right now. See if it's a good shade match. Actually, I really like that. It's honestly giving me the exact type of skin that I was going for based off of the pictures I've been seeing. Very natural skin light. Perfect. I'm gonna contour a bit with the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. There's just something about the shade of this one. This is fair medium, just to chisel the face. Perfect cool toned brown that doesn't look gray on me. And I want to keep the whole look kind of cool toned, if that makes sense. I feel like I haven't done a recreation video in so long. I feel like it's just because it's summertime. I feel like I've been so busy. Today is a kind of a cloudy day, and I feel like it's giving a little taste of what is to come for the fall. On the other hand, it's the perfect excuse to just sit and play around with makeup like this. I'm gonna try blush before concealer today, partially because I'm just so excited to try these new NARS blush stick. I'm torn between the shades Dolce Vita and Trance. I'm going for like that purpley undertone. I feel like this one might be too purpley, so I think I'm gonna go with Dolce Vita. I'm gonna apply this right on the tops of my cheekbones. Gosh, I've been dying to try these. Finish and pigment of these. Loving these. Stunning. Now we're gonna go in and conceal. I'm gonna use the Armani Beauty Concealer. Start just on the inner corner. Where else I need some extra coverage. Start blending it out. For under the eyes, I'm gonna go really close to the inner corner and then slowly start to drag it outwards towards the outer parts of the eye. Set the under eyes with some powder. Pause on the complexion and now move on to the eyes. I feel like is the most important part. Got this new Urban Decay multitasking palette in cool tone. So I figure we can try to use some of this. I'm gonna start with a fluffy brush and pick up this cool toned brown. Dust this into the crease. Nothing too defined. I feel like they all just have a nice dusting over the eyes, and then the eyeliner is like the star of the show. Same thing with a little tiny brush. I'm gonna run that along the lower lash line. I love smoky looks like this because I feel like it leaves really no room for error. Any mistake you make, you can just blend it out. Then I'm gonna take this Makeup Forever pencil in Endless Cacao. I feel like this is the perfect shade. It's like the most cool toned brown, and I'm gonna run this along the lower lash line. Really do the same thing to the top lash line as well, kind of smoking it in. I want to add a little bit of burgundy. I feel like that'd be the perfect color, and I have this Bobbi Brown Longwear cream eyeshadow stick, the most perfect shade. This is Brazen. I'm gonna run this right along the top lash line, smoke it out with my finger. They're so creamy, so it's so easy to blend. Just glide right on. I love these little sticks. These middle four in this palette is like cream. So I'm gonna take the black, press it into the lash line all around the eye. Get a little tiny wing as well, and just really try to deepen everything up. Love how that came out. Let's finish the eyes with some mascara. I made a whole separate video for the lashes because I just knew it was gonna pull the whole look together. Stay tuned for that video to see what mascara I use. Now I'm lightly bronzing up with this House Labs bronzer. Take a little bit of this Too Faced blush in the shade Head in the Clouds for the blush. A little bit of some fake freckles. Using this Tarte freckle pen. I'm lining my lips with the new Dibs lip liner in Tea Time. And then I'm just gonna do a clear gloss over top. Add shine. Now, what do we think? That is my country cowgirl inspired makeup look. I really love the way that this came out. I do smoky eyes like this more often because I feel like it was so easy, and I really love the way it looks. I'm obsessed. I'll have all the products I use listed down below. Let me know who else you think I should recreate.
Get ready with me for my first ever commercial. I'm so excited. I'm not gonna tell y'all who just yet, but a very popular makeup brand. They're shooting a campaign in Austin. They asked me and a few other people to be in it. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, because I love their brand. But I'm kind of scared because for the campaign, we're doing a little skit and I have a little speaking line in it. And the part is really funny. It's supposed to be a joke. It's not something I'd ever say in real life, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to be serious during this. I'm genuinely just gonna start laughing. Whenever I get nervous, I laugh a ton. But I need to get over that because I've always wanted to do acting. And I know this is like barely a fraction of anything compared to a TV show or movie. But being on set with a camera, someone filming, and me actually having to talk off of a script, it'll be kind of the closest thing I've done to acting. I kind of don't want to do mascara. I don't know. Actually, I feel like I need to. The shoot is outside by a pool, so I wanted natural-ish looking makeup. Okay, I'm running a bit late and I also still need to go get coffee, but my makeup is done. I just have to go fix my hair and get dressed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys, love you.
Let's get ready for my first day of junior year. So my first class is at 4:30, which I would never choose for myself. I had the last day of enrollment, so unfortunately that's all that was open. But on the bright side, it's my one and only class, so it's not like I'm going to campus in the morning and then coming back, because This will probably be like the one and only time I wear makeup to class besides like concealer, because I cannot look chopped on my first day. I do have some life school updates. That is also gonna be a shock to my parents and my family and my friends, which is a shock to me that I haven't told anyone. When it comes to being mysterious and private, that's like the last thing on my agenda. So I actually switched my major again, which is the last time I can do this if I want to graduate on time. I switched it from marketing to finance with a concentration in real estate. And I did this last semester when I was enrolling in classes for this semester, which like it's really not that big of a deal, but finance is definitely going to be way harder than marketing. But I just feel like marketing kind of comes easy to me. I'm always learning new things outside of school about marketing just because like I'm kind of in the like social media world of things. And my goal for my career is to like start and run my own business. And I just felt like finance was going to help me because like I took marketing classes last year and I was almost just like, this is common sense. Like money is being spent on my education and I just felt like I would get more out of a finance degree. Arkansas, there's like 3 concentrations with finance and I chose real estate because I'm actually starting real estate school. I am so excited about. Which I told my mom that. I haven't told my dad and he doesn't watch my TikTok so he'll never know. But I start that September 8th and it's from 8:30 to 4:30 Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm gonna be really busy, but it is only 6 weeks and like I can do anything for 6 weeks. Especially if I'm like really determined to start my own business, I know I'm gonna have to do hard, busy things. Like time management is gonna have to come with that. And I don't wanna just stop at doing home real estate. There's obviously a lot more I wanna do with that I'm not gonna share. But literally since I was 8 years old, I've been super into like room design, home design, everything that comes with like having a home. And I feel like some people just kind of have like an eye and passion for stuff like that. And I'm definitely one of those. And I always convinced myself that it was going to be too hard to do like finance and all the stuff. I just really didn't enjoy marketing, and like success in my mind is doing something you love and doing it good and right. My mindset really is just like choose your hard, which goes with anything in my life. I want to take the harder route, or do I want to take a route that'll be easier but I don't necessarily love, and I'm stuck in a career I don't love because that's just as hard. This has always been on the back of my mind, so I was like, why would I not just dive in full force? That's kind of my life update, and stay tuned. Let's go get dressed for class. Bye.
Hey guys, get ready with me for a night out in Portugal. We are going back to the Alpha Strip tonight, obviously. But first we're going out for dinner, but it is 10 o'clock. We just need to go find somewhere to have dinner because we've been at a beach club party, like pool party, the whole day. And when I say we have had the most fun time, like I'm still recovering from last night. And then we went out in the day and now we're going out now. So also, I've had 6 hours sleep the whole time I've been here. Hi Anna.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, me and Anna have had 6 hours sleep in
Like in total.
No, how long have we been here?
I've had 12 hours sleep, guys.
days.
I took a night off to have 12 hours.
Lara didn't
You
come
weren't
out with us
allowed
last
out.
night.
You
Lara
didn't
was
take
banned.
a night off. Lara was banned from going out.
I wasn't banned. Tim said I could go. He said I shouldn't, but I could.
We said you couldn't.
She was a band. Anyway, we're going back out tonight. Me and Anna are literally dying with no sleep. But it's okay. We're surviving because we're only
6 hours for like
6
3
hours
days.
in 3 days. And
That's fucked.
it's not great. Anyways, we were at the beach club and we ended up with the DJ, behind the DJ, which was so fun. We've been with Party Hard Travel, so shout out to them. Thanks for literally supplying our whole trip. They've got us VIP in all the clubs every night, so thanks to them. We don't actually know what the plan tomorrow is yet. We were going to do a boat day, but I'm not sure if that's happening anymore. If not, probably to have another chill day by the pool. Or do something. We went to the market this morning and got like bracelets and stuff and like dresses and some like holiday clothes. So that was really fun. I'm gonna be so real. I have like a 4-day hangover and I've never felt so rough in my life, but we're gonna do it one again today. So I'm waiting for Lara because she has my stuff. Look how good Lash Day is. So late. Guys, look how good Anna looks. This dress
I
is
love
so
it.
cute. We love it.
All my clothes this holiday has been like not mine.
Everyone else's wardrobe.
Oh, guys, look at my burn.
Oh
my god, wait, Anna.
It's so bad.
Guys, when I say-
if you pull it down, you've got a line where your
Oh
bikini
my gosh,
was.
ready?
Like, pull it
Ready?
over. Oh my god.
I was in the sun for 5 minutes.
It's so bad. Okay guys, we have just been abandoned by everyone because we're not ready.
We washed our hair and redid our makeup day. I've been dirty and left our makeup on from the pool party.
Have not showered.
Disgusting. So
No hate, it's just they need to straighten their hair and we don't, so like let's just count ourselves blessed.
So we need to really hurry up though, so that's not blessed. They're gonna get food without us. We're gonna have to go to the Italian down the road.
It's fine, I know exactly what food they have at Corner Cafe. We'll just text them to order us something.
Okay.
I need to change. Apparently my outfit's not appropriate.
Not family friendly
It's
enough.
not family friendly.
I think everyone's going out tonight as well, which is going to be really fun. Because this is going to be me and Honour's last night on the strip. Because tomorrow night we're going to a club called Bliss. And that's me and Honour's last night. I can't believe tomorrow is our last day with a night. We've obviously got the whole day of Wednesday because our flight's not till midnight. But it's so sad. These 4 days gone so quick, but it's honestly been the best time. Last night we didn't get back till 6 in the morning, so we improved by an hour because the night before we got back at 7. But that was a very, very eventful night, which I don't think can even be explained on TikTok. So that's just gonna stay in our era. I desperately need to have dinner as well because all I've eaten today is some chips, because I got chicken nuggets and chips when we went to the market, but these are the most terrifying looking chicken nuggets I've ever seen. They just looked unsafe and I was like, I'm not gonna risk it. Okay, I'm gonna put on the tiniest bit of powder. Chloe and Laura's brothers have waited for me and Laura to go get food, and if the restaurant is shut, because Chloe and Laura have gone, so they're gonna get the food, but if it's shut when we go there, they've kind of done it to themselves. You know, your brothers waited for us.
Yeah, I know.
So if it's shut, then they're gonna blame us.
No, they can't. We'll just make them go get food.
Hey guys, makeup is done. I'm gonna go blow dry my hair and pick an outfit, and then we'll be back. I'll come back.
Hopefully we'll make it to dinner.
Hopefully we make it to the morning as well, but we'll be back. Okay, this is the outfit and I'm ready for dinner. Bye guys.
Get ready with me while we read your assumptions about me. I've been seeing this trend everywhere, so time to finally hop on it. Let's talk about what you guys think about me. Starting off, you're older than you look. I don't know how old I look, but I'm about to turn 21. I feel like people usually think that I'm way older than I actually am, but personally, I feel like I look my age. I think that people usually think I'm older than I am because I'm married and I have a house, but I just got married really young. Okay, next one is that I'm shy. I don't know if I'd necessarily say that I'm shy, but I do have really bad social anxiety. Usually if I'm in a group of people and I meet someone new, I'm fine with that. If I meet somebody out in public and I don't know anyone, that's when I probably come off really shy. Okay, next one is that I'm type A. I am very type A, and kind of going along with that, I feel like you have OCD, but you are the type to deny it. I also think that I have OCD, but I have never been diagnosed, so I'm not going to go and say that I do when I'm not 100% sure. But if I was diagnosed, I would not deny it. Okay, next one is that I'm really tall. I think I'm pretty average. I'm not tall, but I'm not short. I'm 5'5". My mom is really short, and my dad is kind of tall, and I'm right in the middle of them. The next one is that I'm Mormon. I feel like I've talked about this a lot before, but a lot of people still think that I am. I grew up Mormon, but I'm not Mormon anymore. My family left the church when I was 14, I think, so I haven't been Mormon for the last almost 7 years. The next one is that I'm a morning person. If my husband were here right now, he would actually laugh his head off because I am the complete opposite of a morning person. I have the hardest time getting out of my bed in the mornings. Usually I stay up really late and I sleep in. I usually get in my bed at 10 or 11, but I don't go to sleep until 2 at least, and even after I wake up, I have the hardest time getting out of bed. Okay, next up is that I had good grades in school. I was always pretty good at school, and I also always tried. I can't remember exactly, but I think I pretty much always had straight A's. Maybe I had an A- here or there. Okay, next one is that I don't have bad self-image days. I think literally everybody has bad self-image days. I know that I definitely do, especially because my job is to be on camera and I have to look at myself on camera all the time and go back through footage of myself. I've seen myself at every bad angle. I 100% have bad image days. Next one is that I was popular in high school. I was not popular in high school. I had a lot of friends my senior year, but my sophomore and junior year, I had barely any friends. And I honestly had a really hard time in high school until my senior year, but I was never popular. I was actually literally terrified of all the girls that were popular at my school, and I would get anxiety to walk past them in the hallways. Okay, next one is that my house is never messy. This is honestly funny because I never show my house being messy, but my house is always messy in certain areas. I will open a bunch of packages and then leave everything on the floor by the front door and keep the rest of my house super clean and just not show that corner. My house is really clean for the most part, but I just have like certain areas that are super disgusting and I just like close the door and don't look at them. Okay, next one is you're a good singer. I am a terrible singer. I like singing. Like if I'm in the car by myself, I will be belting out every song, but I have a terrible singing voice. Okay, the last question, you don't show much of your personality because people are mean. I go back and forth on this a lot. Obviously want to be my most true, authentic self, but it's also just really hard to put yourself online when you know you're going to get hate for it. Always the most offensive thing to me is like people saying I'm annoying. So I never want to come off as annoying, but I also don't want to be boring. I think I'm a lot crazier in my real life outside of social media, and I kind of tone it down for social media. I wouldn't say I'm fake online, but I definitely am a little bit crazier in real life, especially if I'm around my friends. But I kind of like to keep that version of myself just in real life and not put it online and to show other parts of myself online. Okay, my makeup's all done, and those are some assumptions about me. Let me know if I should make a part 2 because I have so many more that I didn't even get to.
I turned 21 in less than a week, and these are things I wish I knew when I was 17. First of all, the world does not revolve around male validation. A lot of what I used to do and how I used to act revolved around the opinion of guys when I was younger, and I look back and I really regret that. I used to wear a full face of makeup every single day to school, including strip lashes from the age of 16, and I didn't do it for myself, I did it to feel beautiful towards guys. I feel like I just want to give my younger self a hug and tell her that she is beautiful without all of the makeup, and I do not need to wear it in order to be attractive. And now I have learned that makeup is just an accessory to what you already have, and you do not need to wear it every single day. I would genuinely be like Cassie, her like 4 a.m. morning routine every day for school, doing my hair, everything. It was bad. The next thing I wish I knew is that the guy I was having the horrible situationship with, who treated me awfully, is not going to be my soulmate. I was always fixated on this idea that the guy I meet in school is going to be my soulmate, so I always tried to make it work even when he treated me horribly. I have very high standards with relationships now, and I wish I could go back and tell myself to stand up and ditch the guy that is just disgusting. Next is the number of friends you have does not dictate your worth. In school, I was always very envious of the popular group and the girls that had loads of friends. I would always tell myself that because I didn't have as many friends as them, I was worthless. I found myself trying to fit in with people that didn't align with who I was, and I was changing myself in order to look more popular. And of course, as you grow up, you learn that having a smaller circle with people that care so deeply about you is so much better than having a huge circle where they know nothing about your life. I wish I knew how hard it was going to be to find people that truly want the best for you. This is something I still have to deal with, and I often find that the people I think are my friends actually don't want the best for me. It's something that's really hard to accept, but so many people are stuck in their own minds and their own progress that they look down on yours. If you aren't going to cheer for other people, your time will never come. And please, please hold and cherish those friends close that really celebrate you when you're having a win. Because it's those people that are happiest with their lives and they feel secure within themselves that they can celebrate other people. Someone who's insecure and someone who is not happy with their life progress will not be happy for yours. The next one is stop being so insecure. I know it's hard. Things like talking to the camera and long form YouTube content I would avoid because I was too scared about what people would say or talk about at school. And then the worst thing is when you're left with the what ifs in the future, like the what if I started sooner, what if I did this, what if I did that, and it's all because I was insecure. But at the same time, I also wish I could tell my younger self that it is so normal to feel this insecure, and as you grow up, you're going to fall more in love with yourself and you are naturally going to blossom. It's just that age is the peak age of just self-hatred. And in relation to that, you do not need to look like people online. I became so fixated on the idea that I had certain features that weren't attractive, when really it is TikTok and Instagram that are creating these insecurities that people didn't even know they had. I'm still trying to get over this one, if I'm honest, because it is so hard with the amount of media we consume and the people we see every day on our phones. It is so hard not to compare, but comparison is the thief of joy, and we are so much more than our looks. I used to be so fixated on the idea that the more beautiful I was, the more successful I'd be. And if I didn't have certain features or I didn't look like those I saw online, I wouldn't be successful. But now I am finally learning that our appearance is the least interesting thing about us. I also want to tell myself to stop buying clothes from Shein every day. Don't get me wrong, we all go through our fast fashion phase, and we go through our phase where we order way too many parcels every day. I used to order so much from Shein, and I can guarantee I have none of it in my wardrobe now. It has all been binned or sold. I was very privileged from a young age to be able to buy my own things, and I wish I could have invested into things that are a little bit more expensive that were long lasting, because I wasted a lot of my money on fast fashion. It's okay to obviously buy fast fashion, but I was buying a lot of it, and obviously I have none of it now, so yes, it was a big waste of my money. I think I used to crave that dopamine rush of like ordering something and then getting it, that I would do it over and over again. Next up is talk about your feelings sooner, please. I really struggled with my mental health when I was about 17, and I didn't talk to anyone about it. I often felt like my problems weren't valid enough and that talking about them would make me seem stupid. It was only last year that I started going to regular therapy sessions. I don't go anymore, but when I did, I felt so relieved and I felt so validated with how I felt. It also made me realize that I am not alone, and I often felt like that when I was younger. I felt so isolated with my mental health. I just wish I started talking to someone sooner, because a lot of those years I was suffering in silence, and I wish I wasn't. Whereas now, if I feel like I'm struggling or going through a bad phase, the first people I reach out to are my friends and family, and if it gets to a point where I need to speak to someone professionally, I will. This is your sign to talk about your feelings and not bottle them in, because it makes it 10 times worse. And the last one is to live and eat what you want, do what you want, have fun, because after all, life is not that serious. As long as you're happy and you are healthy, it's gonna be okay. And also, who actually cares about doing the 75 hard? Not me. I never will. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for sticking by me through all these years.
Get ready with me, except I got freaking sick. I got sick overnight last night. So that's just great. I'm gonna do something just super quick. The quickest of the quickest. I already did my eyebrows off camera. I'm just gonna keep it extremely light on the face. Starting with my usual skin prep, Kosas Vegan Collagen Brown Serum, and then the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. My nail tech is really that girl because it's been a month. I lost a nail because I broke it, not because it fell off. Like, her retention, so good. I actually have an appointment to go see her tomorrow. I'm taking a little bit of my Too Faced concealer, the slightest amount, especially on the forehead. I'm not going to take too much because I am wearing a headband today. I'm actually getting ready to go to my youth group reunion. If you didn't know, actually, I'm sure you didn't know, I went to youth group for 4 or 5 years. I started going when I was 12, and I specifically remember my sister's friends had to literally carry me out of my bed and drag me because I did not want to go at all. I was just a young girl, and the thought of like having to go to a church youth group, I was like, I'm not going. I don't want to do that. It's actually the best thing that has literally ever happened to me in my life. It healed me in so many ways that I didn't know. I think it was like after the second time I went, because I remember it was every single Tuesday, and after the second Tuesday I went, I invited one of my closest friends from kindergarten, and she started going with me. She absolutely fell in love, and then I told my best friend to go, and she went. She absolutely loved it, and then we just became like the ultimate trio at youth group. We just fell so in love. Our church pastors played such big roles in our lives. They helped us heal in so many ways. They helped us grow in our faith, our connection with God. So this is your sign. If you have kids or even yourself and you have a youth group nearby, definitely think about going. I'm a young adult now, so there's age limits, you know, but if I could go back in time and relive every single day that I went to youth group, I would. I'm gonna take my MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation. We're just gonna go over the areas that we put concealer. My sister actually went to that youth group before me, and then once I started going, my sister's 6 years older than me, so I was 12, 13 at the time, and she was like right around 18, 19, I believe. She was at the age where she kind of transitions into young adults, not youth group. So when I started going and she saw how much I loved it, she actually stopped going. She noticed that I couldn't really open up and be myself because I have so much issues opening up to family. I've always been such a closed off girl, like spent years of my life in my bed just dealing with my own thoughts from a very, very, very young age. When it came to youth group and being able to speak to a group of people that I felt safe around, she noticed that it was something very, very, very different for me, but something that was very healing for me. And she actually stopped going so that I could feel comfortable and so that it could be an experience for me after she had gone for a few years. So I really appreciate my sister for that. My pastors always tell me that before they met me, my mom and my sister were telling them like, she's such a devil, like she's such a rebel child, she's a horrible child. Like they were just like making me seem like this terrible, like very rude, angry person. And my pastors always tell me that when they met me, they couldn't believe how sweet of a young girl I was, and like that they were just completely mind blown and shocked because they were expecting like a very like rude, angry, terrible person. And then when they met me, they were like, she's literally our sweetest baby ever. By the way, I'm taking my Huda powder now, but I want to tell you guys one of my favorite memories of youth group was we went on a camping trip and there was a rock in the ocean. And by the way, like no phones, no internet, no nothing, just me, us and the youth group. And there was a rock in the ocean and we all literally ran to the rock with our pastors, dragged our pastors and all in the freezing cold ocean, ran to the rock. We all climbed this big huge rock in the ocean. The sun was setting and we literally just prayed to God, prayed for each other, prayed for family, prayed for mental health. Like that experience in my life is something that sounds like it came straight out of a movie, but I wish so badly that I could go back in time and cherish those times more, because remember, we would never want to go home because once we were at youth group, it just felt it was best time ever. So happy, so much so that when I would get in trouble, my mom would ban me from youth group. So that's how much I'm not supposed to be putting anything on my forehead. That's how much I fell in love with it. And at first I was forced to go. Like my mom made me go. I didn't want to go. And then it ended up being something that, like, if I got in trouble, my punishment was I couldn't go to youth group. We would be like, we don't want to go home, we don't want to go home. And my pastor would literally drive us in her van up and down roads, freaking hills, and we would just listen to music. I specifically remember we used to listen to Love by Keisha Cole, and we would just be singing our hearts out, which, by the way, my pastor also has a beautiful voice. And so I would always ask her to sing. And the song Oceans is just my song, girl. That's my youth group song. Yeah, I met your girl with a difference. What does it? Okay. I just did that mascara. I've been getting asked a lot what mascara I've been using recently. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I'm going to brighten my waterline with this NYX Epic Smoky Liner. This is in the shade Smoky White, I think. And I just like to go in the waterline and brighten it up. I think I'm gonna do a lip tint today. This is Huda Beauty in the shade Rosewood. I can't lie to you, mine dried out really fast, and I have them stored exactly how they're supposed to be stored. Something that I've always mourned, I would say, is my experience that I had at youth group, because I just fell into a lot of things that strayed me away, that like stripped me away from youth group, and I was so blinded by things around me that I feel like at one point I didn't appreciate what I had, which was my youth group. And for that, I'll always like beat myself up, I would say. Love to talk about it. I refuse to let that chapter in my life close. I refuse. Okay, you guys, I have finished getting ready. I just did a cute little Lulu. I have some flare leggings and of course the Vomeros. You guys know I like love this combo. Bye.
Get ready with me. I actually don't really have anything going on today. I just feel very lazy right now, and I feel like I have more to talk about. My mom just told me today that our dog is dying, which is like crazy because she's been in my life since I was 6. So basically, she kept having this thing like that kept popping and then reappearing on her neck. And we didn't know if it was like a cyst or a tumor, but it just kept coming back every single time it popped. We were worried, but then it like finally healed up. So we were like happy. But then we found 2 more. One was on her elbow and then the other one was on her tail. So we took her to the vet again, and the vet basically told us that like her body's shutting down and she doesn't have a whole lot longer. My mom says she has like less than a year to live, which is like, I don't know, it's just weird because again, she's been there for like over half my life, and she's such a good dog. I'm just kind of praying that she just like magically gets better and isn't sick anymore, even though that's probably not gonna happen. On a good note though, I got more lip and cheek tint, which I've been needing some more for a long time. I love this stuff. Then on top of that, my dad surprised me today, and he got me this perfume that I've been wanting for so long. It's the Coach Dreams perfume in the scent Sunset. It's so good. And then tomorrow, I'm going back to school shopping with my mom because school starts a week from today on Monday. And I finally got my backpack, but I still don't have school supplies. And so I need school supplies. And then she said that we could also get our nails done tomorrow, and she would pay. So I'm very excited for that. I ended up taking my nails off yesterday, and whenever I don't have my nails on, I don't even feel like myself. Like these are what they look like. And like it's like certain people without jewelry. Like that's how I feel when I have no nails on. I still don't know like exactly what nails I'm gonna do yet. So if you guys have any recommendations, I would love that. I usually do almond nails because that's just my favorite shape. But I don't know. I love seeing everybody's nails. Yeah, here's the finished makeup. I'm not even gonna do my hair today because I'm not actually going anywhere. But yeah. Pray that my dog gets better.
I'm going on holiday in 3 days and I look like Chuz, so let's try out a new makeup style. Let's go on my food page, try out like fawn or like doe makeup, and I really want to try it. I'm going to use my Makeup by Mario, and I'm just going to do it kind of low because that's what the girl on the video did, and then a little bit but not too much on my forehead. Also focusing on my nose, I'm going to focus on making it very small, so I'm just not going to do the lines up, I'm just going to do that. Okay, the girl used quite a lot of blush, so I'm going to use this one by Evelyn Victoria Cosmetics. This is by a 16-year-old girl who started her own cruelty-free makeup brand, and she is so good. Like her products are amazing, so I really recommend that you try them out. And then to make sure that the product stays in place on my nose, I'm just going to use my fingers to blend it. Then I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm just going to do a little bit like here, 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 and then on my imperfections, just a little heart on my forehead. And so that I can keep as much like pigment and coverage as I can, I'm just going to blend with my finger. Then I'm just going to take my Hoola powder bronzer and like an angled brush and just do it same spots that I did before, just to make it more like brown and dear looking. And I'm just going to take my finger and again do like the arch or whatever this bit is of my nose and underneath as well. Then with a more golden toned highlighter, I'm just going to do some there, and on my inner corners. I'm just going to curl my lashes and brush my eyebrows with a spoolie, and then I will be back to do lips. With my lip liner, I'm going to try and overline my cupid's bow but nothing else. That, and then I'm just going to bring this down where my lip line already is. Okay, and then for the bottom lip, I also just follow my lip line. And then for lip gloss, I'm going to use this one by Evelyn Victoria Cosmetics. Again, this is honestly my favourite lip gloss I've ever used. The applicator is like a perfect size as well, so I'm just going to use a bit of that. Okay, and then that's the makeup done. Let me know what content you guys want when I'm on holiday because I will film anything. It's going to be so fun. And yeah, bye guys, love you.
Happy Monday. Get ready with me for the day. My hair is a wreck. Kyle is finally on his way back home from his little weekend getaway. I miss him so much. He's supposed to be here in like 2 hours, I think. I spent the night alone last night in the house, and it was honestly terrifying because I'm scared of the dark. I stayed up so late last night wondering why I didn't just stay at my parents' house because they literally live in my neighborhood, but it was fine. I FaceTimed my little for a while and asked her how recruitment was going, and then basically just doom scrolled on TikTok for a couple hours. This week is really exciting. I have something coming this weekend, and I can't wait. If you saw the video I made, I think it was like a week ago. Well, I've actually talked about this a couple times, but I'm going to Boca this weekend with my mom, and we're flying down there on Thursday and coming back on Saturday, but I'm just really excited because I'll be leaving with something. We're gonna do some shopping. Hopefully I can find a new like little fall bag. That'd be really fun. We can go shopping together. Maybe I can vlog it. Kyle just called me and said he's in Tallahassee, and he ran into my old roommate at Chipotle, which is so funny. But he said he's going to Trader Joe's and asked me if I wanted anything, and I'm like trying to think what I need from there. Also, I'm using this bronzer stick till its very last day. I do have a backup though. I went to Sephora and bought one, but it's literally like so flat. Y'all really seemed to like the video I posted yesterday when I made my lazy girl lunch, so we're gonna do that again today, except it's a little less lazy today. I actually DoorDashed some ingredients. Actually, I Instacarted some stuff. I'm really thinking about getting a gym membership today. Kyle and some of my friends have one at this gym nearby, and I'm really thinking about doing it. I need to, just because I don't have one here anymore. I think that would be good for me. I've been eating like crazy and not moving a muscle lately, and so I have gained a few pounds. But I think that would be good for me because I have a lot of free time during the day, and yeah, I can go with Kyle too. The trash people just picked up my trash. They come every Monday and Thursday, and last Thursday I refilled up the can an hour after they left because I had so many packages and stuff to throw away. I got this lip balm in PR yesterday. It's called, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to say that, but it's delicious. It's cinnamon sugar, and I love it. I'm gonna explain this the best I can. This is so niche, but this smells just like the Hard Rock Hotel in Orlando, Florida. You go down there on like the bottom floor, there's like where you can get food and breakfast and stuff. And it's like air fresheners that shoot smells out, and it smells just like that in the mornings because they have like donuts and stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but that is the best I can do. My hair is a wreck, so I'm gonna go claw clip today. Yeah, we're gonna throw this up, figure out what I'm gonna do. Before I put it in a claw clip, I'm gonna use this K18 dry shampoo they sent me, the air wash. It's really good actually, but I'm gonna put it all over my head and then figure it out. I'm kind of liking the ponytail, so I grabbed a hair tie. We're gonna wear a ponytail today. My hair is up. Here's the OOTD aloe, and yeah, I'm gonna go try to make a healthy lunch. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.